Is it dim as all get out in here? Yes. Is it late? Yes. Did I technically forget it was Friday? Yes. But in my defense, and you are not the first ones to be hearing this today, I have been trying to write this presentation for the better part of 3 days while sick, so I'm pretty sure my brain is leaking out of my ears. Like, actively leaking out of them. So, physically I was feeling better today, but mentally I am shot. So I was like, I need to get out of the apartment because I have not spoken to people that are not my parents, hi Tiggs, since Monday evening. So, but it's like, and I think I'm getting cabin fever. I think I need to get out before I go nuts. So I decided to go and do a little retail therapy. Specifically, I headed to the mall because there were a few things I wanted to keep an eye out for. If you're wondering what this stack of books is, that's the presentation books, and we're ignoring it. Mainly, I went looking to see if they had found their copy of... It is so dim over here. You know what? I'm going to try and move one of these lights closer. It's at least a little better. At least a little better. No. So, I went looking to see if the indigo that they replaced my chapters with... I had found, because last time I was there, I was looking for Dungeons & Dragons and Philosophy, which their system said they had, but me and one of the people from the store couldn't find it. So, there it is. And then, as we're at the counter, they're telling me about how they upgraded the Plum Rewards plan, and I couldn't resist. So, there was that cost as well. But, you know, I was like, oh, I like the sound of it, let's go ahead. And then I went and got some food, and then I went to Spencer's, because they were having this really nice sale on jewelry, and it was buy two, get two. So I was like, girl, you know I want it. So... I got 4 pieces of jewelry. This fun little set of moons. This little sun one. This funky dragon one, because you can never have enough dragons. She says actively at like 3 dragons, including this one now. And then this little Tree of Life one. And I managed to resist buying the glow-in-the-dark galaxies and stars that I was just like, I could put those on my ceiling. I was like, you don't need that, Auntie. You don't need that. And I'm very grateful to myself for having resisted it, because I kind of wish I had resisted the jewelry, because I suddenly was like walking through the mall and I passed the kudo thing. So guess who bit the bullet and got a new phone? Which I needed. I mean, look at this poor thing. Look how badly that's cracked. Yesterday, my father actually came over to the apartment because both he and my mother had been messaging me and calling me throughout the day, and none of that came through on my phone. I literally had to put it on airplane mode and then take it off of airplane mode, and then all of these messages and missed phone calls came through. And I was like, why? 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 So I saw the Kudo booth and I was like, Retail therapy just turned into Angie's buying. This one's still activated, but it's on emergency phone calls only. And she's buying the things she needs. So I got the phone, and then because of what happened to this one screen-wise, and because the one before it ended up in the toilet, and because the one before that died entirely. And the big reason why I switched is I was like, I want to be able to switch everything over. Like, I want them to be able to send my photos over and my contacts over, everything like that. So, do it before it dies entirely like the one before. So, because of all of those, I have a screen protector, I got a case, and then I got a longer charge cord because of where the outlet on this wall is. So that was a pretty penny that I had that moment of like, man, I kind of wish I hadn't bought the book and the jewelry, especially since I then had to go and get groceries. But I had noticed something at Spencer's that I then went back for, which is a pop socket. Because I got a very plain case. Like, I've taken the case off this one so we can do the transfer. And I still have it, right? It's like a case I specifically ordered for that phone, which is not going to fit on this one now. Which is this really cute Okami one that I'm going to keep anyways because look at how cute that is. So I just got like a plain case from them and I was like, I could finally have a pop socket so that I don't risk dropping my phone every time I try and take a selfie. And let's be honest here, I'm selfie trash. Especially with Instagram. So, it's especially true because I shake very badly. So all my photos are super blurry and made worse by the huge crack through my screen. So, press to release. Okay. Okay. Make sure I'm holding this correct way up. And boop. Hey! I have a pop socket now. Let me take a selfie. Maybe should have had it a little further down. But that is so much better. Oh, I like that. I like that very much. Yeah, so I saw those back at Spencer's when I was looking at the jewelry. And I was like, well, it's time to go back and spend a little more money and buy a pop socket. So there's that now. And then I went grocery shopping and spent more money doing that. And then I got home. And for some reason, partway through, like, actually unloading and putting away all the groceries I started trying to like upload all the apps that I have. Well, not all of them. I've decided to clear some. But some of the apps that I had on my old phone, because he didn't transfer those in the Switch. It would have taken far too long. And I was like, that's not a problem. I want to clear them up anyways. We'll just do it this way. So I'm like downloading all these apps, and I'm like, now I gotta remember how to log in on all of them. And that took a very long time. And the next thing I knew, I was sitting down, worrying about logging into all these apps. And I got all of them, and I went, half my groceries are still out, including the stuff that's supposed to be in the freezer. Ah! Wow. So glad that I can focus on things. And then, of course, had the very fun realization of like, wait a minute, it's Friday. And I'm supposed to upload a vlog. So here I am, uploading a vlog. The rest of this weekend, though, should be relatively easy. I'm pretty sure I don't have D&D Saturday, because the first person that heard me talk about my brain leaking out of my head was me verifying on, like, Discord, once I got logged on with the new phone, that, like, did we have D&D on Saturday? And one of the guys was like, I'm pretty sure he said he was working. And the moment he, like, I read that, I was like, he did, I heard him, I knew that. So I don't think I have D&D. But I do still have to work on this presentation. Like, I need to go over it a couple of times. I'm going to go take it over to my parents' house and basically read it aloud to them, especially my mother, who will then tell me, like, no, that's super awkward. I'm not sure what the point of this bit was. And basically tell me whether or not I made a coherent argument, which is a major concern I have right now, if I'm fully honest about this thing. So probably sometime tomorrow I will go over and do that. But the only other thing I really want to do this weekend is carve my pumpkin. And of course I gotta film that because I am doing a a Halloween special. So you'll actually get 2 videos next week. If you're wondering, I'm unpacking all my jewelry because, like I said, I can't focus for shit tonight on one particular thing or another. I gotta bounce around and do 5 things at once. No, we're good. And I mean, this is really the last thing I need to do, so I'll be able to relax fully tonight. Not that I've been sleeping super well while sick. But hey, I've been a little more physically active today than I have the past couple of days, so that might help a bunch. Okay. This is the one I was kind of looking at, like, how are you meant to wear this? And it is the triple. Okay. I find this funny because this is not the most expensive one that I got. Because I was taking a look at them, right, going like, okay, they're going to charge you for the most expensive 2. And then you get the cheapest 2 as the ones that are free. And the most expensive one, if you can believe it, is the sun. And I'm wondering if it's because of the gold color. Everybody else is kind of like silver. So, I'm excited for these. Like, yeah, I went moon, sun, tree of life, dragon. And this one, like, I was looking for a moon. Like, I saw the sun, knew I wanted that one, and the tree of life and the dragon. And I was like, I would love to get a moon to balance with the sun, but the ones I was seeing on that particular rack, like, weren't really what I was looking for. But they turn. And when I realized that, I was like, holy ball game. So the more I look at jewelry, the more I'm like, I gotta get my ears pierced. But my wallet's also like, don't. And my inability to handle pain is like, don't. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I think this one's cute. The hard part, especially with me doing this, is remembering I actually gotta start wearing this shit. Like, I gotta wear it out. Show it off. Not think to myself, should I wear dragons going to class? I can wear dragons going to class. Maybe not during my presentation on Monday. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. And the hard part right now, of course, is if you suddenly switch it up, everybody's like, oh, for the spooky season, and I'm like, man, I'm just trying to get more comfortable in my body. Do the things I like because I can do them. My man. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going through all of this now. I'm really sorry. Like I said, I can't focus. The week itself has been a little hard for mainly that particular reason, but I'm being unable to focus, not feeling well, all of the above, not talking to anybody that isn't my parents. That's a squee one. I noticed as I was going to the grocery store, I'm like, oh, I'm back to the talking to myself thing, even when out in public. You're wondering where she came from. She likes getting up on the windowsills. And because it's night, my curtains are closed because I'm in a basement apartment. I literally held the curtain back for her on this one. And she's gotten used to it. Like, she'll get off because she's expecting me to go out to the kitchen and feed her. But I'll, like, come hold the curtain back and she's like, oh yeah, and, like, jumps up. And I'm like, yay, happiness. So, I don't have the cat tree anymore because she doesn't like it. She's been avoiding it like the plague. And I mean, she's older. She's not used to having one. So my parents were like, do you mind? Because they were the ones that bought it. It was sort of meant to be a housewarming gift for her. And she's just ignored it. And then they got the new kitten. Rach, you know about the new kitten. I sent you a picture of the new kitten. The new kitten's name is Tinkerbell. And she's a sweetie. And arguably, she's a pet for my mother, who really missed having a cat. But my father named her, and is just as active in playing with her as my mother is. So they took the cat tree back, and he's been like super like, let's get you on the cat tree, my friend. She's a tiny little thing. So she's got to stick to the lower sections of the cat tree or have someone like right there. But apparently, like, she has started using it as a scratching post, which they're really glad of. And like getting up and batting with the dangly bits, which Tiggs had no interest in whatsoever. So I think the cat tree's gone to the kitten more likely to use it. So along with getting used to the cat tree, they also want to get her used to the harness and leash, which Tiggs never did because, again, she was too old when we started. And get her used to traveling in the car because Tiggs freaks out. But if Tinkerbell just gets used to it like it's a normal thing, like, ooh, we go on an adventure every now and then, that way, if my parents decide to do some traveling, like, around the country, the cat's comfortable enough to go with them. Because they were talking about getting this cat, and I was like, okay, time to, like, lay down the law when it comes to me. So I had to say to my mother, like, if I'm honest right now, when Tiggs does pass away, which is something I've got to grapple with purely because of her age right now. Like, I don't want another cat right away. Of course, this is me saying it while I have a cat. But, like, I don't want to have to adopt my parents because they got a cat and then they want to do something else. Like, I'm certainly willing to watch the cat for the short term. Like, if they want to do something for a couple of days and don't want to take the cat, like, I could definitely do that. I can cat sit. But I don't have an interest in adopting another cat or a cat after Tiggs, not of my own volition. And I did say this to Mom and Dad, and they were like, so it was nice to be able to comfortably be like, I love you, and Tinkerbell is very cute. Very cute. But she's actively going to just stay my parents' cat. And I'll just be over here, hanging out. I'll be the weird aunt that shows up every now and then and pets her. That works. I am, like, actively going through and clearing out this bag. This is the bag from the mall. Oh yeah, I forgot the first place I stopped before anything was Shoppers. I got myself an iTunes card. And then I bought a phone. I also got tea lights for my pumpkin. So those are gonna go over here until such a time as a pumpkin is carved. And you get to see that with the big new adventure. Big spooky time adventure. It's not very adventurous. It's literally going to be called the Home Party Halloween Special because I don't go out that much. Yet somehow this Halloween special is also one where I've been out the most. Okay, I think I've been chattering on enough while actively doing other things with my hands because is my brain. I'm gonna call it. Sorry, it's mostly been about the shopping I did today, but apparently that's what I needed to talk about while I unpacked some of the shopping I did today. New phone, who dis? That's a lie, it's the same old phone number, and I have all of my contacts and apps. So we're good to go. I will talk to you later this week twice because Halloween is on Thursday and then we have a Fun Day Friday video for November 1st. Yay! And then expect me to just not shut up about Christmas because I'm back at school, which means I'm very stressed, which means that I get very excited about the holiday season. Woo! I'm sorry. Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain is leaking.